First episode I started today, and I didn't accidentally take a picture of myself and make like 18 selfies because sometimes you hit that button and then how there's that flash butter and it takes like 7 or 8 pictures and you pick which one you want. Yeah, don't ask me why I had it on that setting because I'm really not good at choosing pictures. I just take them and pray. But I took them. I recorded it without hitting the selfie button. So, amen for me. Um, I went on my spirit walk too, by the way. Still haven't found a good name. Then we're just gonna start naming them separately. Because why not? Episode just sounds so blah. Like episode 1, episode 2, episode blah. So yeah, changing it up. Like a rhyme. Whoa, I feel like that was part of a lyric somewhere that I probably heard in my lifetime. I'm not sure where. But, I don't know. You're like, what are you going to talk about today, Arthur? Let's talk about censorship. Now, the reason I'm talking about censorship, right, is because I was watching the news, and in China, right, like over the past couple of weeks, they've been cracking down on stuff where you can't use certain words and imagery, right? So, what happened was people in China, they have their version of Twitter called Weibo, and people on Weibo were comparing China's president to Winnie the Pooh, right? So they were taking pictures and comparing pictures. So what China did was they made it illegal to post up pictures of Winnie the Pooh, right? So in China, on their version of Twitter, you cannot post any pictures of Winnie the Pooh, ever, whatsoever, because the president doesn't like being compared to Winnie the Pooh. And my thought is, like, you do know this is the internet, right? Like, if you want to hide something on the internet, going out your way to hide it is a terrible idea. I mean, in case you don't, it is. It's a terrible, terrible, terrible idea. My advice to you, if something you don't want on the internet gets on the internet, act like you've never heard about it. Act like you don't know what they're talking about. Like, what's that? I've never heard of that. Never even seen that before. I don't know what you're talking about. But this coffee, this coffee is legit. Don't. I said don't 3 times. Emphasize this point. Don't try to hide it. Alright, because this is the internet. Everything people want to find out about you, they're going to find out about you, whether you want them to find it out or not. You see, censorship is really odd. Because yes, in China, you cannot search for any images of Winnie the Pooh. It'll come up as content is illegal. But there's a whole world out there that does whatever the fuck they want. So what do you think the world did? They blasted Twitter with Winnie the Pooh and China's president. And you look at that situation, and mind you, I'm using this as an example because this is like recently, like last week recently. And you look at this and you just go, why are we still trying to stop stuff from going on the internet? It doesn't make no sense. If you got something on the internet, it's too late. The best thing you can do is act like you've never heard of that shit in your entire fucking life. What? What's that? Never heard of that. Play dumb. Playing dumb works so well. If you act like you've never done that before, they won't worry about it. Yeah, it's funny to like 5 people. Maybe like 100 people will think it's funny. But you know who you don't want to think is funny? You don't want the whole world to think you're funny. And how is the whole world going to think you're funny? When you go and try to hide stuff that you know you shouldn't hide. Just go with it. Go with the flow. Let it come out. Like, free. Let's say walk away from this. Don't get caught up in that because it's terrible. Now, whenever you think of China's president, you're going to think of Winnie the Pooh. And this isn't, again, China isn't just the only example. There have been times when during the presidency, people posted stuff up, and you can pull that shit up, and they tried to hide it and say, no, they never did it. But then, it's the internet. Yes, you did. We got pics. Pixar didn't happen, hashtag. I mean, seriously. For fuck's sakes, y'all, this is 2017. Stop trying to hide shit. Let people be funny and inspirational or crazy and just post their stuff. Because you can't stop it. You cannot stop what's going to happen because thankfully we live in a world where everyone is fucking divided. So no one's ever gonna come together to try to stop this shit, yo. It's fucking genius. Like, literally. Oh, China doesn't want you to do that? Don't worry. You're in the United States. Fuck China. Oh, United States don't want you to do that? Oh, well, you're in China. Fuck the U.S., yo. You see what I mean? Like, literally, we live in a world that's so divided that you can just go to some place and just do whatever other crazy shit you want to do. Posting wise, don't try to hurt someone. I mean, let's be honest here. Hurting someone is a terrible idea. But, in all honesty, comparing the president to Winnie the Pooh, it's kind of funny. I mean, I think I'm much lighter than Winnie the Pooh. I could be wrong. I mean, there's different shades of Winnie the Pooh. There's dark yellow, light yellow, yellow matter, green core, Winnie the Pooh. I'm just making shit up now. But, I'm just saying though, don't hide it. Don't. It's a terrible waste of time and money and effort and censorship, and it just makes you look bad, because the more you want to hide stuff, the more people are going to want to show it. And yeah, you think you're safe in one country, but there's so many other countries that have so many different other rules. It's just like, and now maybe in like 200 years, when the world becomes united, because we're all controlled by a master brain and stuff, maybe then shit will change. But for right now, you on your own, yo. China, if you don't like it, I mean, there's Russia, the United States, there's Spain. I mean, there's so many other countries where people live at that aren't affected by your rules. This is my problem with censorship. It's, first off, people use it the wrong way. Okay? If you want freedom of speech, you can't censor anyone. You can express your opinion that you may not like something, but you can't tell them that they don't have the right to say that. Because that's not what freedom of speech is. Freedom of speech isn't you saying you can do that, but I can't. That's not how this works. Alright? It just isn't. And that's the bottom line for that part. We're going to talk about that next week. But when you're trying to hide stuff, you're trying to use censorship to hide whatever you want to do, that's a terrible use of censorship too. Alright? Because not only does it show how petty you are. Like, think about it. The thing you're hiding is being compared to Winnie the Pooh. Isn't that just like a tiny thing to be hiding about? Now, maybe if I was running a prostitution ring, I would want to hide that shit. But I mean, it's just Winnie the Pooh. No one really cares that much. Until you show that you care. Then all the trolls in the world unite. And they're like, oh, they care. They care. Let's fuck his shit up, yo. Let's do it. Oh! You know what I mean? Censorship is odd. I don't know why people still feel it's a good idea. Like, to be honest, you're better off. Hey, you're always better off walking away from any situation you don't ever want to be in. Alright? Just grab your legs and hop on out of there. Alright? On your arms. Because if you had to grab your legs, obviously you're walking on your arm. And I don't know why the fuck you're doing that. Maybe you're crazy. Who knows? But walk away. Just leave it. Leave it be. Act like you don't even care about it. It's so much easier than trying to hide your stuff, because everyone's going to find it. As soon as it hits the internet and they know you don't like it, all the trolls attack. It's like a shark that smells blood. They know what to do. They know who to come after. So it's worthless. And yeah, actually the first part of freedom of speech sounds like a much more interesting conversation. Maybe next week. But I really wanted to get out there that it's impossible to hide stuff that's on the internet, alright? Like, literally, I'll probably never be able to hide these YouTube videos. So, I'm content with what I put out, because at the time when I make these videos, this is the way I feel. So, at that point in time, I felt this way about certain subject. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm going to live a really long time, I feel, unless something crazy happens. But maybe something can change. Maybe I can have different viewpoints. No, I'm not just stuck in a rut and like, oh, I can only go one way. No, I can adapt, motherfucker. I can adapt like, nope, I can do what I need to do. After working all the jobs I've worked and being in all the shit I've been in, I learned to adapt. You can't just be a rock throughout it all. Sometimes you gotta be like water. Sometimes you gotta fill up the cup. Sometimes you gotta let the cup spill out and free yourself all over the fucking kitchen counter because that's what my cats do. Why are we talking about my cats? It was a good segue. What can I say? Well, other than that, I'm gonna leave y'all on this note of censorship. You know, don't hide shit. It's okay. Everything you hide is gonna come to light anyway. So you might as well just be an honest person. Or at least as honest as you can be. Or kill everyone who knows your deepest, darkest secrets, I guess, maybe. If that's how you really feel. I mean, why would you want to do that? Just saying. So yeah. Maybe this time. Oh, I even got this ending part. I've been practicing this ending part for like fucking ever, right? So hear me out, right? So leave a comment. The video is down below. You don't have to like and subscribe yet. I'm not famous enough for you to be doing that shit. I mean, you can if you want, but I'm just not famous enough. But definitely comment if you have something you want to talk about, or if you find something, or if you just want to have a conversation. I try to look at my comment section, and it's looking kind of bland, but you know, it is what it is. And actually, to all you people who do watch this video, right? Fucking comment. Say something. I don't know how y'all feel about my videos. Maybe you want me to stop being cheap and buy a better camera. Maybe you want me to stop recording in my room and go outside or go to a park or something. I don't know. Oh, look. I'm wearing a different color shirt today. Haha. Blue. I know, right? Better than that green one. And that's all I got. You all have a great Monday. See you next week. Enjoy.